So in today's video, we're going to figure out why these books are not selling and help our authors and our community out so they can do better. So we're going to look at this first listing here. So we can see they have a bestseller rank of 1 million and currently not really making any royalties or sales. And for this, we are using the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. So that is this one right here, which you can find on the Chrome store by typing in Self-Publishing Titans. So looking at the title here, we can see that we only have 2 words, unfortunately. So that's really short and obviously don't have any keywords in there. Amazon uses your title and subtitle to see what kind of keywords your book is about. So when there are no keywords in your title or subtitle, one has to be really sure that we have the best 7 backend keywords in your backend listing. Because right now, just based on that, Amazon has no idea what your book is about, and then therefore it can't rank it on any keyword because it doesn't know what to do. So since we're not getting any sales and we don't have any keywords in your title, I'm guessing that your 7 backend keywords need a lot of work. And what we don't want in your 7 backend keywords is just singular words stuffed into each of these 7 slots. What we're kind of looking for is long tail keywords that people are looking for this kind of book, and that should really help you making these improvements already. But it would have been nice to see a subtitle here. So you can see that this is an inspirational tale of a young filmmaker. So for example, we could have had in your subtitle art, religion, and legacy, or just some things that your book is about. And if this is a memoir, then that could have been in your title as well. So there are creative ways of figuring out a title or subtitle, even for high content books. So it's something to keep in mind. But let's look at your cover. So your cover looks really cool. One of the most creative covers I've seen since doing these daily review videos. So great job on that. I like the background cloud colors. I like the freeway sign. I like the motorcycle with the paint splashes and the author name. So that's definitely perfect job on that. And you have some text in the back and another nice design. So your cover is definitely not the problem. The main problem is just Amazon is not showing your book to potential buyers. So that's the main thing we have to fix here. So it looks like you did get 1 sale here. When you look at the bestseller rank graph that we have, every time there's a dip when it goes from a higher bestseller rank number to a lower one, we can see that there was a sale. So that's what that means. And then here we don't have any A+ content. So that's also really unfortunate. So I would probably put some pictures of your life or your journey as your A+ content. You could also have an image of yourself holding the book or a potential reader reading the book, just some fun lifestyle kind of images. And then you can also have some quotes from your book in your A+ content and just kind of get creative and try to make that as nice as possible. But that would also help you get higher conversions and higher sales. So definitely a missed opportunity there. Let's look at your categories. So feel-good fiction, that sounds fine. Metaphysical and visionary fiction, coming of age fiction. So that seems all fine. So good job on that. And you can see that you have good reviews, 4.9 star rating and 18 reviews. So excellent job on that. It looks like you have a high quality image of yourself there, which is great. And a nice description, which is also good. So it looks like the main things to improve is that you have just missing A+ content. So we want to add that. Also in your description, I would not make it all bold. And then we also have missing bullet points. So make sure to add 5 bullet points. And what I would do is just maybe use the first sentence here and right below that go into your 5 main bullet points. And that will also help you get higher conversion rates from potential buyers. So overall in listing, we just have smaller tweaks and corrections to be made. I really believe that your main problem is your 7 backend keywords and the lack of keywords in your title and subtitle. So definitely want to fix that. You can use our Chrome extension to get Amazon search suggestions. So the way this works is you just type in a keyword. I'm not telling you that this is your right keyword. I'm just giving an example. And then here you see all of the Amazon search suggestions, the estimated monthly search volume, the exact amount of competitors or search results for each of these keywords, and then a demand score and opportunity score. So these kind of help guide you to choosing and picking the best keywords for your titles, subtitles, and your 7 backend keywords. So definitely make sure to update your 7 backend keywords with those. And yeah, so I hope that helps you and wish you the best of luck. And let's check the next one. So here we can see this book has never gotten a single sale, which is unfortunate. Let's see what all the mistakes are. So dots the numbers. So that already I know is not the main keyword for this niche. So that's probably the first mistake here. And then we have dots and learn numbers with fun activities for kids ages 3 to 7. And then the symbol here. So I have no idea why you put that there. The other mistake here is ages 3 to 7 is not a popular age group on Amazon. Usually it's 4 to 8 in this kind of range or 5 to 7, but definitely not 3 to 7. 7. When it comes to the age group 3 years, it usually goes with 3 to 5 years age group, or with the 7 years, the best one is usually 5 to 7 years. And I'm talking about keywords on Amazon was usually searched for. So just a big tip on the age group here. And also just logically looking at a 3-year-old will be very different to a 7-year-old. So I think that's also too wide of a gap. And this is also not the main keyword that is searched for on Amazon. So you can look at the Titans Pro Chrome extension to find all the best search suggestions for that. But so far your main keyword and your age group is definitely the reason why we're not getting any sales, and then just that random quote symbol. So that's one thing I would fix. I would probably just unpublish this book and republish it once everything is fixed, all the mistakes that I'm going to tell you. Looking at the cover, I think the background color is probably a really bad choice. It kind of looks really unexciting and really not almost pleasing to the eye. So I would kind of look for like a fun color for kids. And then the other thing I'm noticing here is that the font is like very flat with the design. There's no shadows with 3D elements to it. So that kind of makes it look a little bit plain and also a little bit unprofessional. So I would definitely fix that. And then the other thing that is kind of clear here is that we have a lot of colors. So we have blue, reds, almost a black, I guess looks like navy blue, then a different blue to this blue, and then all the numbers are a different color. And then here we have black text with bright yellow background. Here we have a red background. And then here we have one singular random star, which is like 3D, but then this one is not 3D and the rest is also not 3D. So it's kind of just kind of mixed all over the place. Feels like this was put together in Word documents, at best Canva. So I'd probably restart on the entire cover, or maybe even hire somebody on Fiverr. You can probably find somebody for $5 to $10, just rock bottom prices to find someone who can do it better than this. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to be truthful. The cover is just the first thing that someone will judge your book on, because people do judge a book by their cover. And if they don't like the cover, they won't even click on your listing. And if they don't click on your listing, they can't click the buy button. So I think the problem is really just your title, your age group, and the cover design. And then here your description looks like it was written by AI. I guess we can quickly check that. Okay, so 100% AI generated, so that's also not good. It's fine using AI to write your descriptions, but then you just need to humanize it a bit and make it your own. Just looking at these icons made it really obvious that this was AI written, because humans don't put these icons in. And then the other thing here is we have way too many bullet points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like almost 20, at least 15 bullet points. So that's way too many. The ideal number of bullet points is 5. So what I want you to do is just combine them or delete some and just keep your 5 most important bullet points. And that by itself would also, once again, improve your listing. So here, let's look at your A+ content. Okay, so I don't see any A+ content. So that's another big missed opportunity. You definitely want to have your A+ content, especially for a book like this. So all activity books, puzzle books, coloring books should really have A+ content and show you interior pages. So a potential buyer can see exactly what your book is about, what the interior pages look like. And that just really helps close a potential buyer on your book. So what I do like here is that you have a profile image of yourself. That's really good. And you also have a description, which is great. So overall, just I would delete this. So overall, I would just unpublish this book. I would come up with a much better cover. I would fix your title and subtitle, choose a more matching age group, and then update your description. And then I think once you start doing that with your future books, I think you'll start seeing better results. All right, so this one here is a sight word workbook. Also has never gotten a single sale. So let's figure out what we can do to help this author out. So the title says Fun with Sight Words, and then a creative workbook. So that's supposed to be the subtitle because of that. But then here we're using the same symbol again, and then 60 essential words for kids age 2 to 5 to write. So the title and subtitle doesn't sound clean. It doesn't sound professional, unfortunately. And we also don't have like the main keyword. Obviously, sight words is a keyword, but when I mean main keyword is we want a long tail keyword. So we're using the Titans Chrome extension here to see what we can find. Let's get a little bit more niche down already. Sight words and spelling workbook. So that by itself has an opportunity of 9 and a domain score of 6. Sight word workbook kindergarten, same thing, opportunity of 9, domain of 7, 13,000 estimated search volume. So these are the kind of words that you would want to have in your title and subtitle, and creating 2 subtitles just kind of is totally random. So that's one thing I would definitely fix. And since this book has not gotten a single sale and we have major mistakes in your title, I would also recommend unpublishing this book and republishing under a different brand name. just start over from scratch, start fresh, and that will feel nice having a clean slate. But let's continue looking here to see what else I would want you to improve. And let's do this. Once you fix all these things, submit your book again, and I'd love to continue working with you and helping you to continue to improve and do better with Amazon. So once you publish your next book, please give it to me so I can check it again and continue helping you. This looks quite plain, and the first thing that almost took my attention is the right corner here. We have two of the lines touching, but then here it's properly spaced. Here we have it touching again, and here it is properly spaced. So that's just a slight mistake, but any kind of unprofessional design elements will also make someone not want to buy your book. So that's something I'll definitely fix, and I can tell you using Canva just by looking at these elements. I've seen them before, so this should be an easy fix. And then the other thing we want to fix here is the margins. So here we have a larger space on the left side, and when comparing it to the right side, the left side is also almost twice as large, and the bottom of the page is inconsistent with the margin on the top of the page. And then the top looks just slightly smaller than bottom, but I could be wrong. But just make sure that all of them are exactly even and properly spaced. And then the other suggestion I can give here is that the S should not be touching any elements in the design. It just makes it slightly harder to read and a little bit more squashed feeling, but there's no need because we have plenty of space on the right side here. Then showing a page here is fine, but this almost looks slightly too plain. I would almost try to not use the entire page, but just parts of it and make it really creative. So let's look at some examples. So here when looking at this cover, for example, we can see that they didn't show the entire page, but they do show us some sight words and kind of make it look fun. And then we can also see that here they used just part of a page and just showing part of it. So these kind of designs just look a little bit more professional and fun. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. And looking at your A+ content, we don't have any A+ content, unfortunately, and no reviews. So that's also unfortunate. So for reviews, you can check out our Amazon Advanced Reader Copy service that we launched recently, or any other alternative is also fine. But having reviews definitely helps and is getting more and more important as Amazon is getting more and more competitive. So I would highly encourage you to figure out any way to get some reviews. And then here we also only have a really short description, so it almost feels too short and not really created. And we also don't have any bullet points. We don't have a call to action at the end of that. So here what I would recommend is using AI to write a longer description with 5 bullet points and a call to action. And once AI gives you the text for your book, then just rewrite it a little bit yourself to make it sound even more human and natural and kind of matching your style. And then that would be much better. So once again, if you update your book or publish your next book with all of these improvements, I would love to see it and continue helping you. And then the same goes for any other authors' books that I've checked. So if you want more daily videos and tips and training, make sure to subscribe, and then I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.